What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 7th day of October. Here we are sitting at about $0.0045 right now, 8 hours, 54 minutes left in the day. We're down 8% on the day, and the reason why is because Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a spill. Now, I don't expect this to last long for ZBCN. I don't believe that this is a high. I don't believe that we're going to consolidate now and go to a lower low. I don't think that's what's happening. I think here we're actually right at the point of finding support. Yes, we're looking death in the face here and saying, nope, we're not going any lower. We're going to find support and move up right now. Okay, if I'm wrong, then I might be wrong by just a little bit, but it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter by much, right? Like if I'm calling for the low here, and the trolls really want to ream me one for the price going down here. Oh, okay, you got me. You got me, right? We were calling for the price to pull back to this exact spot and then move up, right? So we're going to stick with that call, even in the face of danger. We're gonna stick with that call, and we're going to go over some of the things in the charts that might hopefully advocate for that call as well. So let's get into it. I don't know if I said it, but hit the like button and subscribe. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are, $0.0045 right now. We've got 8 hours, 53 minutes left in the day. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here, the RSI has gotten oversold. Okay, we were oversold and then hit the 40, gotten oversold here. Looking kind of bearish at the moment, but typically you do bounce right at this area, don't you? This is exactly where you typically find support. Just below, just above, right at it, whatever. This is typically where we find support. These stochastics are bearish as well, and the MACD, while bearish, has provided some bullish divergence. Actually, we have double bullish divergence where the histogram here has a higher low and another higher low. That is double bullish divergence with this low and lower low here. It is the 1 hour time frame, so it's less significant, but nevertheless, still somewhat of a significant play to be made there. Looking like we've moved down. I want to see, do we have volume picking up or is it dying off? Volume picked up on the breakout. Yes, you broke out with some volume, but it's dying off as you're going down. That's exactly what you want to see. That's exactly what you want to see. So maybe not that much volume there, but this reaction, this is exactly what you want to see. And that level of volume has nothing to do with this being bearish right now. 4 hour time frame here, finding support where you found prior resistance here. If we're looking at this from a low to a high, low here to a high there, you're right at your 382. It's literally picture book perfect. It's a perfect scenario. I'm going to be like a genie in a bottle here. This thing is finding support right here. It's not going any lower. If you go lower, sometimes you do go right below the 382. So maybe you go like a little bit lower. I might be wrong by a little bit, but man, I'm so confident you find support here. I'm so very confident that you find support here. If I'm wrong, let's say you're watching this 3 hours, 4 hours, a day's gone by. You're watching this and I'm wrong. Okay, where's the price going to go? Likely at the lowest, the 0.5 or the golden ratio zone here. 0, what is that? That's 0.039. Not even 0.039. It's like 0.0399 at the lowest. Basically 0.004 to 0.041, somewhere in that area at the lowest. If I'm wrong, we don't hold here, we are not going to zero. We're just going to the next level, which would be here. And I think that would be kind of weird given our W shape that we have overall. But in all fairness as well, what we're doing is kind of weird right here, right? We've got this W shape right here, and we've stopped right where the W began, right? Or maybe actually I think it's this overall W shape here. We're stopping here without actually going to the full completion of the pattern in itself. And that's okay. Sometimes you do that. You back test this to find support, but typically we do just run nonstop to where the W began. So I would expect we bounce here, we hold support, and we continue to rally higher. It would not be good if we close below basically where we are now. It's okay to close here, but you don't want to close lower than this. I don't think that we will. I think by the end of the day, we'll actually be coming back up. I was looking at these Bitcoin liquidations with the fact that Bitcoin's dropped, from its high today of 125 to right now 121.8K. Oh, damn, that sucks. I was just gonna pull that up. Now we have to wait for it all to load. All right, so let's see. Liquidation map. I didn't mean to click the X. Sometimes these X's aren't there, and then sometimes they are. It's kind of, I've noticed that. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but sometimes you can just click on a tab and not worry about closing it out. Sometimes there's X's. I don't know why. Is it the amount of tabs that you have? Nope, it's not the amount of tabs that you have. I really don't know what determines that, but it's annoying. Anyways, 1-day time frame, the amount of shorts are at $3.8 billion. It's insane. We're at $3.8 billion in short. You guys, we were at just under $3 billion in shorts not but like 2 hours ago, okay? We go to the 30-day time frame. We had 19 point something billion dollars in longs. Now we have 17. We've dropped over 2 billion, like 2.5 billion in longs, and we've piled on shorts only in the meantime. We've only piled on like an extra 2 billion in shorts. You guys, people are frantic to short this thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin's finding support here as well and starting to move up. But ZBCN, whenever Bitcoin shows that it's not just going to flash crash down and that it's going to find support, ZBCN should rally. And if anybody's wondering, because they've watched my altcoin videos recently where I talk about Bitcoin moving up, and then once it consolidates, that's when altcoins will rally. I did say that we might move down first with Bitcoin until we validate that this is not a shakeout, that this is not something more dramatic that's going to be more significant. Once we validate that we're just consolidating here, that's when altcoins will run. And we'll validate that once we find support essentially or effectively right where we are now. Maybe we have to go a little bit lower, but I'm throwing a lot at you right now. Let's just focus back on ZBCN, okay? We're going to find support right here. I think we've already found support, right? I mean, we're looking at it here. Volume's coming in on this 15-minute time frame, 3 minutes left, looking like we're having a positive reaction. I'm calling the low, man. I'm super, I was going to say supersonic with that, but that didn't make any sense. I'm Superman right now, except for my stumbling on my words. Looking at this, again, from a low to a high, bouncing off the 382 is a perfect reaction. You are literally having a perfect reaction right now, ZBCN, as long as you hold this and you move up higher. Looking at the RSI, we do have lower lows in the RSI with higher lows in the price. That is hidden bullish divergence. That's actually a really good thing here. Overall, a very bullish RSI. What I don't like, the things that I don't like is that you have broken out of your uptrend, unfortunately, but sometimes you do break out of the uptrend and even still you can get this kind of sideways action where it's just as bullish, if not even actually more bullish. Stochastics are right at a point to bounce. We actually bounced off this exact area last time. 47 minutes left in this 4-hour candle. The next 4 hours should be good. Going into the end of the day, it should be good. MACD is crossed. The MACD is crossed red, but who cares? It looks good overall. It's very positive. And these two are more likely at an area to bounce than go lower. So I would say the MACD, who cares? It's fine. You're right at a price where I'd expect you to bounce from. You might not bounce right now. By the time most of you watch this video, because I know a lot of you watch it within the first hour, it might not be too far away, but I would bet within the next 4 hours we're up a lot more. And again, if I'm wrong, if this video ages like sour milk in the hot, hot sun, we're still going to find support at 0041 to 004. Okay, that's still the area that we'd find support. Maybe it's not a W pattern. Maybe it's something else, but we would still there look to find support at our golden ratio, have a higher low, all that stuff moving up, being productive out of this, okay? Daily time frame here, rejecting the overbought zone. That's okay, right? You're actually right at the 60 where we'd expect you to find support, so that's nice there. The stochastics are rejecting as well, and the MACD here is crossing above the 0. So you've got some strong indications here. The rejection could imply a little bit of downside to go, but let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see how this day closes. Because depending on how this day closes, these might not actually turn out to be rejections. And the MACD is really telling that the coming days are going to be glorious, that they're going to be really glorious. So I wouldn't be surprised. We got about 5 days left in this week here. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this week you were up above this 006 area, or at least something around here, right? I wouldn't be surprised in the least if we were up here going into the end of the week, or at least making strides higher. Looking at the weekly time frame now, zooming out a little bit more, we do have a lot higher to go. Stochastics are neutral at the moment, but overall bullish. RSI is neutral at the moment, but overall bullish. The MACD is bearish at the moment, but overall bullish as well. And you're actually decaying in that bearish momentum, looking like you want to come up and cross bullishly. You're looking to break out. We had a very bullish candle last week, one of the most bullish candles we've seen since July. You're going to break out of your triangle here. I think you already are breaking out of it. Maybe you're back testing right now for support, and then you're going to continue to rally. Once we rally, which I think we're in the process of it now, I think 3-4 weeks from now, we'll look back at this week, last week, the ending week of September as the beginning of this next move higher. Once we begin to move higher, the expected intended target area is something around 3 cents to 4.4 cents. That's my expectation. On the low end, we'd expect a 2 cent to 2.2 cent price. On a high end, we'd expect 6 cents to 7.7 cent price, okay? But what I'm expecting is about 3 to 4.5 cents. My daughter is having fun, apparently. She's screaming, but if you heard it screaming, those are fun screams, not scared screams. She's okay. She's just playing imagination or something. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. I very much do expect we're going to see some extraordinary price take place over the coming weeks and days. And we're just waiting on, I think we're just waiting on Bitcoin to validate that it's not dumping from here, that it's just shaking, or that it's just consolidating. We want it to consolidate. When it consolidates, all coins will rally. Mark my words. Take care. Bye-bye.